Baby lady, pas envie de dormir, pas envie de dormir, pas envie de dormir, ouais, c'est pour la nuit. La nuit là qui est longue, bébé, c'est entre vous et moi. Rien que vous et moi, là c'est pour pompier, moi. Que pompier, ah vous savez, c'est Nico, wow. Coco, ah vous savez, c'est Doudou, wow. Doudou, c'est bien joli. Nous qu'elle passe une petite soirée crazy. Massage. C'est ça où vient qu'à masser d'eau, avant qu'arrive à faire ça. Et au cas dit, moi continuer qu'à caresser, toucher, avec un café sonné.
Lady, tonight c'est sexy story. Don't flee, honey on grand lit. Ou qu'à crier oh oui, nous qui prend plaisir. Tout putain ok, les bougies j'apparais. Les pétales d'orchidée joliment étalés. Oh oui, en tes cailles oubliés. Des petits coupes de champagne pour nous décoller, coller, serrer. Nous bien enlacés, nous péquer lacés. Déembrasser, coller, serrer, nous bien enlacés, nous péquer lacés, déembrasser.
Baby, vini, vini, tu plais moi, caressez-moi, nous qui wow. Baby, vini, vini, tu plais moi, caressez-moi, nous qui wow. Caressez-moi, nous qui wow. Baby, vini, vini, tout près moi. Caresse-moi, nous qui wow. Caresse-moi, caresse-moi. Baby, vini, vini, tout près moi. Caresse-moi, nous qui wow. Caresse-moi, caresse-moi.
Welcome to Club Shada, episode number 79. 79 already. You know, people who have vision, the visionaries, you don't really realize that you are a visionary. People tell you, but for you, you're just doing what you do, you're loving what you do. But from time to time, you kind of have a glimpse of a possible future from what you are doing now. You are loving the process, so you're busy not looking in the horizon because you know where you're going. But from time to time, you have a glimpse, and then you get... The world is not excited. The world is not... I don't know what the word is, but you get this feeling of... You get this high of, oh my God, I'm doing something. Like, I'm doing something that is about to change the game. And I just had this feeling now. It is so easy when you are an artist, a producer, a creative, to be stuck and locked inside the box of what the fans, the public, the promoters, the investors, everything. That some people, they want to keep you being what makes them comfortable. You're a DJ, they want you to DJ forever. And they don't give you this opportunity to grow, to become somebody else, to become the next you. And you might be in a bakery making bread at night for people to eat in the morning, but maybe you have dreams of opening your macaron cafe. But some people will diminish your dreams because you are actually speaking to their fears. Their fears of what they would never have the courage to sacrifice everything to become or try to become. So why would you? And the things we are doing here, me, Body, Dalia, Joel, Bruno, and Lily, Ellis, Heather, all of us, what we are doing, we are actually changing the game one video at a time, one song at a time, one lyric at a time, one DJ set at a time. And I'm the type of guy who I'm not interested in promises and hopes of the future. I'm a hands-on person. I have the vision. I know where I'm going, you know? You see what I mean? I'm going like at my pace towards a goal, and I'm loving the process. But sometimes you get this bliss of, yeah, you are doing something great. And I used to be scared of it when I was younger, because I didn't know that when I was doing something great that would change the game, or change the face of music or a part of music in a part of an area. I didn't know that I would become a leader. I didn't know that I would be a pioneer. I didn't know that I would push the frontiers forward. So I was kind of scared of that power. And today is so different. Today, I get sometimes yep, this is the way. Yep. And yeah, I just had this, it just came now. This show is brought to you by shadaware.com, where you can get a beautiful Club Shada hat like the one I have right now. I think I'm gonna give away 2 Shada hats today for those who stay long enough in the middle of the show. In about an hour, I will do a new giveaway, and hopefully there will be new winners. Those who stay long enough. Super hot now. Yeah. What it do? What is up? This is your boy, Mr. Shada, and you are watching Club Shada, a show that is epic, but only us know for now. And remember this day, because one day, some of you will not be there, because they will go on to watch other things and they will be done with us or whatever. Or, just grow tired, or the algorithm will deem you not interested because you didn't put a like enough, you didn't like enough of these shows or leave comments enough, and the algorithm will be like, he's not part of the Shada gang. Let me stop showing him this stuff. Let me show him other things. But a few of you guys one day will remind me of this moment when the chat will be impossible to read because there's going to be too much people. You see what I mean? And at that moment, you will remember what I call the vision. The vision is not being afraid to start small and to grow organically, and just pushing, trusting the process, making, and before you know yourself, bada bing, bada bang. Mr. CV Beats, how are you doing? I hope you're fine. We have a great show tonight. We're going to talk about business a little bit. It's been a long time we didn't talk business. Of course, this show is yours. The main subject is the business of art. But as always, we're going to talk about all the, whatever you want to talk about. As long as, if somebody asks me about tulips in Indonesia, I'll be like, yo, you're far from the subject. Lily, how are you? Do you have the top line already? Or should I work fast? Because I work fast. You know it. Kasuida, hello. What it do? Marie-France, hello. Edims, en place, c'est ça qu'on aime. Hey, Heather, how are you? Jujuzinha, what it do? Bruno, how are you, brother? You good? Adrian, hello. Bodhisattva, the king of the bodies. Amazing. What you did tonight was beautiful. I loved it. I really love, and this is part of what I was saying in this intro, having conversations about things and seeing how our ideas are growing organically. Just, to some people, One subscriber is nothing. And to us, every new subscriber, every new Shada Gang member, every like, every new person in the chat is a victory. And yeah, it is indeed important that we are not trying to just see like millions of views and millions of followers just like that, because people are fickle. They come and they go. But the core, when you have a core, if you have a core of 1,000 people that follow you and they become your ride and die, and they buy the merch, they leave super chats, they support how they can, they go to, when there's a new single, they go to Spotify or Apple Music or Tidal or wherever they listen to music to, and then go and they make it happen for you. Those are way more important than 100,000 people that could love you today and forget you tomorrow. So, I do what I can. Elise boys, what do you do, sister? How are you? Hey, Bree, hello again. I hope you're fine. Yeah, pass by, just like, yeah. Passing by is nice. And yeah, here you understand, because those people, they were speaking a strange language. I'm joking. What up, Joel? How are you, brother? Emanuelita, what it do? I'm at my son's basketball game listening to Club Shada. Tell the you want the algorithm to take account? Don't forget to leave a like. It's super important. But thank you so much for listening to us at your son's basketball game. Make sure you put a story on your Instagram. I've been learning a lot from you. Thank you. Thank you so much for trusting in my vision. Thank you so much, Matt Music, and you've shown it. You've shown it. My pleasure, brother. It made me proud today. I really enjoyed the, it is the thing with content. Anybody can create content, but creating content that is interesting and that makes somebody sit down and concentrate and focus on what you are saying is not as easy as it seems. You need to have that energy, you need to create something, and you need to say things that touch the people that you are that it is destined for. And you did that today, so it's great. You are building something it's part of a broader vision, and what you are building is great. Because look now, Quarantine Grooves, Monday Quality Talks, Confinement Talks. It's a lot of work, but trust me, when it's gonna pay off, it's gonna pay off. You love that jacket? Reminds you of your filet? Huh? DJ Satellite brother, we have to have a conversation here as well soon. Every day I play the song and I have a new melody. Sister, record that melody. When it comes to songs, the best way to do a great song is to not think too much. The first idea you come is usually the best one. If you keep listening because you want to do the best idea, like if it's an opportunity that we will never have again, this is the wrong route. Because with me, you will always have opportunities to work with me. You can work with me anytime you need. Malcolm is available with the crazy beats, and all the beat makers are here. So take it just like, yeah, I'm doing this song with Kaysha. He's my fan, I'm his fan. I'm the fan of the beat maker. Yeah, let's do a nice song. And that's it. It's gonna come out, we're gonna promote it, people are gonna love it, and then we'll think about the next one. Simple as that. And then it removes any pressure that a lot of artists put themselves in. A lot of artists put themselves in a pressure to do better or to do good, when all they need to do is go back to in the beginning. Back in the days, we didn't care about doing good. We just cared about being heard. We were just like, yeah, I want to exist. I want to exist in this world. I want to exist. So I'll do a song just so I can be part of the landscape. And then once you reach success, or once you have these pressure to do a hit, that's when you start fucking up, because you are thinking too much, listening too much, overthinking, trying 1,000 melodies. If you see the way I record songs live here, that's exactly how I record albums, all my songs. I just come, I have a melody. If the melody is nice, I'm recording it. And yeah, and then once the song is done, I'm done. I'm ready to promote. And once I'm done promoting, yeah, there's another song coming in the week. So, then I'm like, all right, next one. Kind of remove myself from the top 10 conversation. This is amazing. That's the best thing I could do for myself. Je comprends l'italien et un peu l'espagnol, mais le portugais c'est autre chose. Ah, si tu comprends l'espagnol, tu comprends le portugais. Plus ou moins. Hello, Isabelle. Hello, Vanessa. Comment ça va aujourd'hui? Amazing. So send me this so I can hear it. And then let's get moving. I record something, but I like to sometimes let the other person find something and guide us, so I can get out of my own comfort zone. So that's what I'm waiting for you. I'm waiting for this to light up and my message to arrive. I hope everybody's fine. How was your week? What time is it for you? Where are you listening to us from? Some are in the basketball court. Others are in different parts of the world. That's great. It's a very strange quarantine in Portugal. I'm kind of frustrated a bit by the fact that frustrated is a big word. It's not that I'm frustrated. I'm kind of in a way I understand, and in another way it's kind of frustrating a bit. Here in Portugal, we never had so many cases. Like we've been used to having 200 or 300 cases per day, when everybody was having crazy cases like 10,000 per day. We stayed good. And starting last week, our cases just, for the first time ever in the quarantine, our cases just started going to 10,000 cases per day. And so they had to close the country. But at the same time, everybody understands, but it seems like everybody lost is it the fear? Is it just the resilience of the people? But I remember the first quarantine, my neighborhood was empty. There was not a car passing by. There was nobody in the street for real. Like, it was really like when I was going out to do a jog, which was the only thing permitted, I would cross like the path of maybe 4 people in a radius of 10 kilometers. And last Sunday I went out and the whole neighborhood was out. Everybody, all the families were just walking in the waterfront. Everybody had their mask. Everybody was careful, but everybody was out. And you have cars outside. It's like, it feels like now that we are really on the precipice with so many cases, we now have everybody not caring anymore. Man, it's not that they don't care anymore, but yeah, people are just tired of not doing anything, of not going to school, or all these things. And yeah, you have like so many new variants of, I think you have a Californian variant, UK variant, South African variant, and there's another one. And so all these variants are a little, they don't hurt you more, but they are more contagious. So all of a sudden, like I think all these countries that decided that they need to save their economies and they need to have the restaurants working a bit, etc., and they want to save their national plane companies. Yeah, especially countries like Portugal, where tourism is 30% of the GDP. Yeah, they were just like, yo, we have to open, we have to let people work, etc. And with the cold that we had a really cold week. That's where the virus is super strong. So I don't know. The weather is better now. Just all the temperatures just went up. But I understand that. So what is balancing the fact, and it doesn't make me that frustrated, is that at the same time I understand everybody. Like, I'm an artist, haven't performed forever. Buddy's a DJ. If he didn't have his own show on his YouTube channel, go follow Buddy Sadva on YouTube. He wouldn't have performed for a whole year. So many singers and performers and DJs and club owners and security, barmen, barmaids, promoters, etc. So many people are just out of the job that they do, and people consider what we do as a non-essential job, and sometimes even disrespectfully, some people consider what we do as not a job. Yeah, I'm a singer, or yeah, so go find a job. I am a singer. Yeah, I understand, but hey, clubs are closed, you cannot sing, so go find a job. Yeah, but this is my job. This is what I do. This is like, you work all your life to become a banker or to work at McDonald's or wherever you work. Me, I sacrifice all my youth and etc. to become a singer. So singing is what I do. And the same way a guy who has a restaurant cannot open his restaurant and the government is hearing them, as a singer I cannot sing. And I deserve the same respect as the others. If I cannot go to the studio, I cannot record. If I'm not lucky, like Kaysha, to have my studio at home, I cannot generate income. If I don't have a good internet connection and a fancy camera, how do I do a live show? Like, all these things. And a lot of people, they came out of the first quarantine like this, and they didn't learn from the first quarantine. So when the second quarantine hit, in some countries, they were just like, oh, I don't understand. And now that the third one is hitting, or the second one in Portugal, sorry, they still didn't understand what to do, which is reinvent yourself. Get a tripod and camera if you can, or get a $100 microphone, or 100 euros or 59 euros microphone, and record stuff. We all have smartphones, and we all have smartphones that are 100 times more powerful than the computer that I used to record my first album 23 years ago. I can plug this microphone via the USB cable here, and I can use a program like GarageBand to record a song, and I can even mix inside of this using presets. It's not going to be a perfect solution, but it's a solution. I can take this. The first episodes of Club Shada, if you remember, were shot with this. I put this on a tripod like this, and I just start filming. And then I was creating something that today gave me this feeling of, I'm doing something great. And it is really it's really up to you to ask yourself if in these times you want to do something great, or you want to let fear and uncertainty, or the fact that your comfort zone has been taken away, if you want to just let it, prevent you from doing something great. When are you playing for a concert in Angola? Isabel, I don't know. I think the borders of Angola are closed for now, so whenever the world is a better place, I guess. But that would be a pleasure. It's been a long time. Thank you. You know that annoyed. There's a lot of words since I had COVID, and since I got probably destroyed a few of my cells. There's a lot of words that I don't find anymore, and I need to relearn them. So now I have annoyed. It's back in my system. Thanks. What it do, Tatiana? How are you? I think people are tired. Okay, we can't leave in 2020 once again, and we all wear a mask, wash our hands. It looks like it's getting worse. It is getting worse. To tell you the truth, it is getting worse. The viruses are mutating. And the vaccination is not. It's just 56 million people who have been vaccinated, and there's another 7 billion and change missing. So it is actually complicated for governments, because a week ago everybody was skeptic about vaccines, and now everybody wants to get vaccinated quick. And it's course contre la montre. You have to vaccinate enough people to get a herd immunity before the virus mutates enough that the vaccines are not effective anymore. So it is complicated. It's not something that will be fixed in. I really feel like everybody got into some sort of collective hallucination that passing 31st of December 23:59, arriving in 2021 would mean that it's over. We out of the danger zone. No. 2021 might be worse. Maybe not because of the virus, because at a point most of us had it at least once, but because now you have the economic crisis, you have all the aftermath of everything that is happening right now. You're gonna have the collapse of a lot of systems, a lot of countries, a lot of companies, a lot of economies, and a lot of industries, a lot of different pans of the industry. If I take about the industry that I know better, which is the entertainment industry, the communication, the content creation industry, listen, it's YouTubers are actually making way more quality content than the real television people. When you look at, I don't know, you look shows like The Daily Show on YouTube or all these shows, they don't have this quality on their YouTube channel because the hosts are not technical. They used to have a huge $100,000 per episode crew, if not more. They used to have 200 people working to do one show. And us on YouTube, it's a one-man operation. Bodhisattva is a one-man operation. Dali is a husband and wife operation. Dalia, sorry. Me, I'm alone. It's me. I turn on my camera. I turn on my light number 1 that is here. I turn on my light number 2 that is there. I turn on my light number 3. I plug my USB microphone. I plug my headphones. I turn on my program where I control everything. I control the comments, etc. And look at the quality. It looks like a music video. And those guys who are used to having, well, there's zero budget. I mean, everything that I have, I bought it for music videos, but you can do the same thing that I'm doing with 400 euros and a YouTube channel. But these people have millions of dollars of budget, and they are not able to do this just because the producers are not technical. And that's when it's very interesting, because we are now showing our power. We are now showing that when people are not able to create content, we've been creating content since this quarantine. And what I was saying in the beginning of this episode about that high that I got, that feeling of I'm doing something great, that's exactly this. I've been, from this quarantine, when I was stuck at home for 2 months plus sick, I was able to create this. And I used to say, oh, I'm so happy we have 135 people at the end of the show. Look, we already passed 150 people. And we're still at the intro. And that's beautiful. And there's so many new people every episode, because what we are doing is clearly creating content that is replacing television, that is replacing the old media. And what the pandemic is doing is cleaning up everything that was old and not was not holding anymore. It's just being swiped out and replaced by new stuff that is robust, that is operational. And as we have to ask ourselves this question, Julie, like, are we just hoping that we can do what we used to do? Or is it time to do new things? Look in the adult industry. All my friends who are strippers, porn stars, all of them now they have OnlyFans and they make a ton of money and they create content from home. Stuff in the shower, stuff in the bed, stuff there, cosplay, wearing this, wearing that. Catching the customer on Instagram, sending them to OnlyFans if they want to see more. Boom, $15 for I don't know, $15 for 1 month of content, of access for 1 month. And if you have 10 people, that's 150. If you have 100 people, that's a rent. Plus food, plus whatever expenses. And that's what's super interesting is, and this is actually today's subject, there's never been a better time to work on the business of art, which is the business of art is not just making art, but also making your art your business, which is what I've been doing. Every time you see somebody giving a super chat here to support the chat and support the show, and thank you to everybody who did it ever. This is the business of art in motion. It is creating a show that every time I'm here talking, I'm gonna generate, who knows, $50. If the number of people watching multiplies by 10, I will make 500. And if it multiplies by 10 again, now it's gonna be 5,000 per show. And what excites me is the $20 that I make per episode now. Because the fact that I'm making $20 every time I do an episode is a proof of concept of the 2,000 that I will make in the future. And this is a state of mind. That's a way of being. That's a way of doing things. What it do, Jordan? Thank you for showing up. As he's been storing my listen. This I've received, a friend of mine sent me videos of the snow in Madrid. Yo! Always have a plan B. Eu acho que cada um de nós tem o seu trabalho, você como os músicos, pois. You do the best you can and you gain from your efforts. Indeed, Isabel, indeed. New plan, new ideas. And then execution. Because ideas, ideas, you have ideas. A lot of people just have ideas, but then they don't execute. I spend hours with Buddy, with Jack, with Gino, with Lil Maro, with Malcolm, and we just talk ideas. When I talk to Gellas, same thing. Ideas. Ideas are cool, but if you don't execute them, it's worthless. But yeah, we're gonna talk about that. Hello, Rosa. So I love the fact, I love this synergy. Thank you so much, Mad Music. Thank you for supporting this show since day one. Thank you. I love the synergy, Rosa, because a few of you guys were watching Body's live just an hour ago, and this is what I'm talking about. Like, if we can, all of us, create our content, those who are doing live shows, me, Body, Dalia, Joel, Gellas also has a live show on Instagram. But if every time one of us is doing content and we flow, all of us, from each pages and Club Shada and Shada Gang and the Bodies and everybody start meshing together and watching everybody's content, then we become strong. we become super strong. And it's part of the things I want to talk to you about today. I'm just watching the comments and having the conversation with you first, as always. Sometimes you have to step out of the box and do something a little different to continue to stay positive. Yes, I completely do agree with you, and I would even add that every time everything is working, you have to step out of the box already and start something in advance. It's something that I learned to do. Is when I was huge with music, I started my label and I started producing other artists. When my label was huge and I was really like the number one label in the Zouk and African market in France, and all my artists were number one and everything was going great, I was already looking at the digital. And when everybody was telling me, yeah, don't put the music videos on YouTube because you will hurt the DVD sales, I started this channel. So that was in 2006 or 2007. I think it's 2006. I don't remember how long I've been on YouTube, but since YouTube arrived, I've been there. And my videos like One Love and etc., I put it there when we were making money from DVDs. And YouTube, you would not make money from YouTube. But to me, my vision was, yeah, but those DVDs are objects that are hard to push from one place to another. And with YouTube, I can access the whole world. And it costs me nothing. Just upload the thing in there and wait. And so that's how I started putting content on my YouTube channel forever ago. And now that we are on quarantine and people only watch YouTube, Netflix, and Amazon and Apple TV and whatever else, all my content is there already, ready to watch. And now the kids only watch YouTube. They don't even watch live TV anymore. They only watch YouTube, or Netflix. So, and when everybody is trying to sing, everybody's waiting for the club to open to perform, to do what they love. I'm loving this, what I'm doing now. And you are assisting in one of my transformations. I don't wait for things to be over to start something else. And a lot of people keep asking me, and I understand. A lot of people love to see me perform. I'm a great performer, I think. But what I'm doing is actually, for me, fulfilling what performing is not doing, because I cannot perform. And instead of staying at home and not doing nothing, I'm here having amazing conversation with already 150 people. And this is the non-fear of being the next version of yourself. A lot of people, they stuck where they are because they don't want to be the next version of themselves, because they're happy and they're comfortable where they are. And today, Buddy did a show. It's not his first show, but we've seen how Buddy is a great host for interviews. He can use his channel to funnel new ideas, to bring that spark to DJing, to have conversations with Afro House DJ, house music DJs, and I know that after this show he did, his head is burgeoning with so many ideas of how many other people and how many subjects and who we could bring. I have an idea. I was talking to a friend of mine, and we were having a debate between, relationships between men and women. And then I was like, yo, let me invite her and 4 or 5 other girls, and let's have this conversation live. For example, these are the type of content that you can do, and then you start creating value for the people who are watching you. And that's what excites me. They will indeed. I don't have cable in my house for 5 years now because everything is on it. Wow. You are part of the how you call this? We say the how you call this again? The people who cut the cord. They're the cordless or something. The people who cut the cord. Yeah. Actually, I have cable in my house, but yeah, I never watch it. I keep it there just because, yeah, for my daughter, or because it's part of the pack with the internet. Everything is there. But me, really, I think I spend 70% of my time watching YouTube videos, because everything I want to watch is on YouTube. Shows in all language from all subjects, and I would say that 30% of the time is Netflix, and I have everything else. And if there's a show that I like, then I will go to. Actually, I have to see the next episode of the X-Men on Amazon Prime. Mr. DJ Gellas, how are you, brother? That's dope. D Nice playing Bodhisattva. I like that. Trust the process. That's what I've been saying. Yeah, you're just like me, Rosa. We just like, just YouTube and those services. This is the future of television. The best thing to keep in mind is to love what you do. Success is periodic, but the talent lasts. Indeed, if you are enjoying the process, the rest comes naturally, organically. Building the community and the network is exactly what you have to do. And as an artist, it's super important. We're going to touch on that. What it do, Lazald? What do you think about selling albums on USB drives? When I was in Cuba, I learned people were consuming music and movies through USB because of the lack of internet. What do you think for Africa? That was an idea I had 10 years ago. Going to shows and giving a little box, where inside the box you would have a little USB drive like this with the albums and maybe 2 or 3 music videos plus a t-shirt, and give this as boxes and selling it instead of the online thing. In Africa, it's very interesting because Africa has an interesting thing with technology. Africa just leaps. So it just goes like it stays, and then all of a sudden like it goes from 2G to 4G directly, and then from 4G will go directly to 5G, but like it's gonna be like fast. So I don't know if selling the music on USB drives is not too late in Africa. It really depends who's the demographic, and it depends from country to country, because more and more the new generation, and the new generation is always the indicator. So you have to look at in every country, every city, how is the consumption of this new generation made? Because when I see my boys Sauti Sol, for example, in Kenya, on YouTube, they have millions and hundreds of millions of views, right? Are all these views coming from Kenya? Are these views coming from Africa in general? Or are they coming from outside? So you have to look at the numbers, and you will know exactly how how is the people consuming in a country. And I think in Africa we are on the verge of internet becoming public utility and becoming just so cheap that access is easy. I think we are almost there. So I believe that what is needed now in Africa is just that the infrastructure makes the internet that we already all have, in our countries better, faster, and that the platforms arrive. And YouTube is there. All these platforms are there, and they are all looking for a way to monetize it. Once they find a way to monetize it, they will realize that, okay, there's 1 billion people in Africa. If we want to monetize, we also need to have a good infrastructure, and we need internet to be fast and cheap. When this happens, it's gonna be exactly like in South America when reggaeton, the third coming of reggaeton, exploded with the J Balvin and all these artists. It was not because all of a sudden there was somebody who did something revolutionary. It's just what happened was that internet on the cell phones, because people are not, from country to country it changed, but I know, for example, I'm going to take Congo. Most people are not used to have a Wi-Fi at home. So everybody's using their data. And because everybody's using their data, it costs a lot of money. And the carriers who don't make money in Europe anymore, they go to Africa. For example, carriers like Orange, which is a French company, they don't make money anymore in France because the competition has made that you have people who will give you Wi-Fi plus a phone plus two SIMs plus unlimited internet plus unlimited calling for 29 euros a month. And so what they do is they have to follow, of course, they have to follow the competition, and they don't make money anymore on the stupid things that they used to charge for super expensive. Like I remember when just on Christmas Day, when you were sending an SMS to everybody back 10 15 years ago, you would send like 100 messages on Christmas Day and another 100 message on Happy New Year, and you could not do like on WhatsApp. You just select one message and send it to 300 people. Now you have to send them one by one, and sometimes those messages would arrive like 3 days later, but they would charge you for every SMS. In the US, it was even worse. They would charge you if you receive and if you send. So the first thing you see is your balance minus 10 cents, and then you receive a message. And when you reply, you lose another 10 cents. So a conversation would cost you $1 or $2 or $3 very fast. And so all these people, because they don't make money in Europe anymore, they go to Africa and they charge 10 times, 20 times the price that they charge in Europe, in Africa. So I remember when to have like, 1 gigabyte in Congo, it would cost you, I don't want to say stupid prices, but it would cost you like $5 or $10. And then now for $10, I think you can have 10 gigs or 5 gigs. And I think now for $1 you can have 24 hours unlimited. But at a point, competition and the fact that there's enough people in the network, they will say, okay, unlimited internet for let's say $20. $20 unlimited, or unlimited YouTube and unlimited WhatsApp, for example. And all of a sudden, local artist explodes just because of that. Just because the people who love your music can have access to on demand, and they can watch your music videos forever. And if you add now YouTube adding monetization in local African countries, then all of a sudden the local artists can also become famous from their village or from their city or from anywhere or just from their country and make the same amount of money that we make here from Europe. And that's when it becomes interesting. The question is just when. Like, and it's up to either us waiting for them to do something or one of us doing it. One of us becoming the person who will create all these market defining infrastructure, and or talking to Google and telling them, hey, I can talk to the government and I can do this or that. So it's very like, I personally, selling albums on USB, I would do it if the market is still far behind on what I just told. But if they are ready, if they are already in that place and they're about to explode, I don't think it's worth it. But you know, it was indeed. Got the core last year. No cable. I just have internet. I have an app that lets me watch TV. Yeah, exactly. The only thing with that I have with this is that sometimes for some reason the internet cuts for an hour or two for whatever reason, and then you're like, oh my god. Nah. But yeah, we have our 4G. Me now, I have a new thing here in Portugal. I think I pay 39 euros. Yeah, I think it's 39 euros or 40 euros, whatever. And I have unlimited internet, but completely unlimited on my phone. And I can connect to my computer. I can share the internet with my whole house. It's not a problem. And I don't have any limit of the data that I can use. So this is kind of interesting. And I was actually paying. I was paying packs of internet of 10 gigabytes, but I was using so much. But then it's different here because you have Wi-Fi as well. So my phone is connected on Wi-Fi right now, and if I need, I can go back to using my 4G if there's any problem with the Wi-Fi. But yeah, listen. More and more, especially that my kid now doesn't really care anymore about the Panda channel, where there's all the things that she was watching when she was 2 years old. Now she has her own iPad and she has her shows that she watches, all these Russian, Thai and Brazilian little girls that she call her friends, that are the queens of and kings of YouTube. I kind of don't have any more reason to. But I mean, you know, sometimes me, if it was just me, yeah. The thing is, I have a family and my wife has some shows that she watches on cable. Not a lot, but a few of them. And yeah. Sao Tome people miss you a lot. You have to come back to the detail. Oof. Listen, that first of all is such a beautiful country. I remember the first time I came to Sao Tome, and when I came out the airport, everybody was clapping their hands. I was like, what's going on? And the people are so nice in Sao Tome. It's a paradise. I really have to go back. I'd love to. Listen, there's a lot of places that, you know, we've been stuck at home for a whole year in our respective countries, and trust me, going back to everywhere, like we all have a long list of countries that we want to go to when the world finds a new normality. But I think we're gonna still have to wait another year for that, or maybe, I don't know, we're gonna have to take some vaccines and then, yeah. Indeed, yeah. East Africa, they are really, really advanced with technology, their internet. So, like I said, it depends from country to country. So you really have to look at the market that you are trying to touch. Me, my vision of art is, and again, we are kind of in the subject of today, but my vision of art is international. I don't, I started my journey in music not really knowing where I fitted, and being frustrated when they put me in R&B, being frustrated when they put me in zouk, being frustrated when they put me in rap, because I wanted to be in all three at the same time. And if there's something that I learned to do is you start watching the data and see where it's working. Where are people listening to me? Where are people enjoying my music? And I've realized that people are enjoying my music worldwide. People are enjoying my music all around the world. So I don't see it as, oh, I'm in this market. I see it as I'm in all those markets, and how can I serve all of these markets, not at the same time, but one song at a time. So this is why, I would go from Amapiano to Afro House to Kizomba to Zouk to trap soul, and this is why I love doing the remixes, because it gives me that possibility to serve everybody a little bit. And when people say, oh, me, I love the Kaysha who sings Zouk in English, I'm like, yep, there it is. Yeah, but me, I prefer the Kizomba Central Kaysha. Yep, there it is. Yeah, but me, I prefer Kaysha on the Kwa. Yep, there it is. Yeah, but me, I love Supernova. Yep, there it is. And there's 10 more. Oh, yeah, you see what I mean? And what the internet gives you is this possibility to think outside of the locality, and to be able to at the same time strive locally, but at the same time send everywhere. I have a friend, he used to be my neighbor, and his career never exploded in France. He was just doing a lot of karaoke, and one day he did a song with a friend, and it didn't work at all in France, but it exploded in South Korea. And I think Samsung used one of his songs for one of the Galaxy telephones, and the guy, instead of being obsessed with France, he was like, hi. And he went to South Korea, and he was like, so what's going on here? And he was a superstar. And so he just moved. He took an apartment in Korea and he kept one in France. And yeah, he lives in South Korea with his whole family for 6 months while he's touring and making money. And then he goes back to France to chill with his whole family as well, because he embraced the market where he exploded. And if you think of me, I always thought I would be a rapper, and so New York was the goal for me. It was to be New York. Then I met Nichols, then I met Jean-Michel Autain, and I knew about Zouk, but I was really not into it. I was not interested in doing it. But then I did Bounce Baby, and in 98, this song exploded. And because it exploded, I was like, okay. So then I just spent X amount of time in the West Indies, in Guyane, in Martinique, in Guadeloupe, in St. Lucia, in Marie-Galante, and all these places. And I just, that was my market for probably 6 years. And then by exploding there, because Portugal had a huge African parties where they listened to Zouk music, and before Kizomba became the term for everything, a lot of people were listening to Zouk and Compa around here, and DJs like Looney and DJ Amorim and others were playing Kaysha music. So when I came to Portugal on a holiday with the mother of my son, yeah, we just discovered that people knew my music here. So I did a show, and when I did the show, boom, explosion here. And my market started shifting from the West Indies and France and everywhere to and the thing is, not being afraid to go where it's working, because a lot of people, they want to work in their streets. They want to have their music working in their street, but sometimes what you do is not compatible with where you are. And this has been my story. And I was able to create an international career before the internet days, before high-speed internet. I was using the internet only to find the address of DJs, to send my CDs by the post office, by mail. Today, listen, you put your music on Spotify, and it's available to 250 million users who have Spotify in their telephone. And now it's just who's gonna find it and where. And you look at the data and you know where, who, how many people. They will tell you exactly how many people listen to it in Russia. And that's amazing, because you can realize that, oh, I have fans there. Okay, let me go there. Let me go see what's happening. And back in the days, you didn't have those tools. So that's where it's very interesting, The download speed is usually given. What really matters for live stream is video and video conferencing is upload speed. Oh, yep, that's true. That's true, cousin. The upload speed will make the difference, especially in terms of the quality of the content that you wanna put out there. For example, I have a great quality. I have a great speed. I think I don't remember what it is, but last time I did the test, it was impressive, because I really have the latest thing and the brand new router, etc. And I think I'm a fiber optics 200 MIPS or something like that. But I don't do 4K. I could do this. My camera does 4K. I could do the show in 4K, but I think my upload speed will be a bottleneck. So I chose 1080p, which is the full HD, to do this show, just to make sure that my stream quality is okay. And I always check I always check the health of my stream while I'm performing, and my program, if it sees that for whatever reason the internet speed goes down, Ecamm, the program I use to make this live show, and you can have the link below if you want to use it, will tell me that they will reduce the quality of the image a bit so that the live can keep going on. And then when the upload speed goes back up, it automatically does its thing and brings back the quality. So that's great. Hey Nadia, how are you? You see? They're learning. They're listening to you. You don't want. I'm very interested in the Santo Domingo Impressive market. I see they are always inviting people, and I know it's a small and poor. And then it's 20-minute flight from Malabo. Yeah, that's true. It's just, I think Malabo is not far from Cameroon and from Santo Domingo. Yeah, listen. The thing is, this is just a question of connection today. Today is finding who does what, sending an email or going to the people Instagram and sending a message, and boom, that's the beauty of today. So, I guess that's what people have to do. So let me give you the link to my latest single for those who didn't hear it yet, those who were not in the listening session. It's called It's Not Too Late Remixes. That's the Spotify link. I would love for you guys to go and stream it a little bit and give us some Spotify play so we can pay the rent. And we are already in the subject of today. I want to talk to you, and I've been talking to you about it. That's what's interesting, and that's what I love about the organic nature of Club Shada. The business of art. I believe that the problem of most artists is that they want to be in show business, but they are scared of. They want to do the show, but they're scared of the business. And you cannot be in the show business without being in the business as well. You cannot just do your music and not care about anything. Take 5 more. Okay. She just arrived didn't even see her in the dark. So yeah, I was saying, you cannot be in the business of music and show business if you are not able to be an artist and a businessman or woman at the same time. Maybe back in the days it was possible to just do art and let the people around you, your managers and the label and etc. take care of the business part. But today, today is we are in a world where you have to do both. It is what it is. You cannot just be here and just think about doing your little songs and hoping that somebody will save you. It's not the way the world works today. And a lot of people are kind of talented in what they do in terms of the music making, the songwriting, everything else. But either they don't have somebody with them holding their hands as a partner or as a manager or as something that are great at the business, or either themselves are not, they're daunted or they're scared or they don't know what are the words and they don't know, they're scared, or they don't want to learn, or they don't know from where to go. And I really believe that when you are if you are a singer in the world of today, you have to really be able to understand your market. We were talking about this with Matt just right now about this idea of putting music in USB keys. The first thing you have to do all the time is, if you want to do that, and if you want to do anything, you have to understand the landscape. You have to understand where you are. A lot of people are making music, art, painting, poetry, writing books, etc., and they are not aware of the marketplace. When you do a song in 1970, or if you do a song in 2000, or if you do a song in 2021, it is not the same thing, because the market has been changing constantly for all these times. Back when you used to do a song in the 80s, only the people who signed to labels were able to do songs. So there was a natural there was a natural selection. It was not a natural selection, but there was a pre-selection that was done by the A&Rs. They were receiving a ton of demos, and they were the one deciding who can have a career and who would just stay singing in weddings. And once they decide, they all the A&Rs had to propose their demos or the artists that they deemed interesting to the CEO or the label head of whatever you label, right? And those people, they would receive a budget. If you're in Universal and you are a label of like AZ or whatever sub-label of Universal, or you are a sub-label of a sub-label, like you have a small label inside of the label that is inside of Universal, whatever it is, you get a yearly budget. Let's say you have $1 million to spend on finding and investing in artists. So you have $1 million, and you have this artist that is, everybody love him, he's famous already in the underground, all his shows are full of people, etc., etc. Everybody love him already. So you're gonna spend $300,000 because you're gonna give him $100,000 of advance for him to sign with you. You're gonna take another $100,000 to create his project, pay for the studio, pay for this, pay for that, pay for the music videos, and then you're gonna have another $100,000 that you're gonna use on the promotion. And now you only have $700,000 left for everybody else. So you're gonna find 7 artists. You're gonna put all your efforts on the big one that you just found, and you're gonna put 700 on 7 artists, where they will have like 30,000 advance, 30,000 to do their project in a small studio that costs less money than the big one, and then 40,000 for promotion, music videos, etc. And probably 6 of them or 5 of them, it will not work. You will not get your money back, and you probably will not work with them again. And 2 of them might explode and maybe become as big or bigger than the person that you invested X amount. So that was the business until 2010 or 2012, I guess. And the internet changed everything. The internet changed everything because now the landscape when it comes to the music business is I have a microphone here, I have a microphone here, I have a microphone here, and I can do a song with all these things anytime I want. Most of my albums are recorded here, in the same place here, same place, same chair, same thing. I just take the microphone, put it here, like you see me do. And if I record at home and I can mix and master at home, and to release I don't need to leave my house, and I can do my covers using tools like canva.com or Photoshop, can do my covers by myself like I've been doing for years and years and years. All of a sudden, I don't need a label. I don't need nobody to give me an advance that I'm gonna have to pay back or to pay for my videos if I can shoot my videos with an iPhone or with this camera that shots images that look like video clips. So this changed the whole game of the business of art. It made the business of art accessible to everybody. And when I was younger, I was dreaming of the day. I was dreaming of the day that the business of art would become what it is today, where I wouldn't need a label and I could upload the music on the platforms and it would be accessible to the whole world via Spotify, iTunes, Tidal, Apple Music, Amazon, Google, and YouTube. And I really didn't think about one thing at that time, because all I thought was, this is gonna help me reach the world. And I've been trying to reach the world, and I've been frustrated with this world where you can only reach the people who are in your street, when I want to reach the people who are in Japan. And today we are in this world, and it answered a lot of the problems that I had, but it created problems that I didn't think about. Just think about this. If I can release a song, record now, and release in 2 hours, everybody else can. If I can do a video for YouTube, and be live and do a show like the one I'm doing, everybody else can as well, because everybody has a camera in their pocket. These Congolese cases by Shada. Everybody has a camera in their pocket, so everybody can do content. So it creates a new problem. The new problem being, why my content and not somebody else's content? Why would people subscribe to my channel and watch Club Shada for hours when they can watch everything that is like YouTube is an endless pit of content. Netflix, you cannot sit down and watch all Netflix, because every time you think there's nothing more to watch, every week they add new stuff, because they know that they want you to keep paying. So the landscape of today is completely different than the landscape of the 90s, the 2000s. And the first thing an artist should do, as a performer, as a singer, as a beat maker, as a writer, is stop dreaming of the game like it was in the 80s. Because the digital game has nothing to do with the game of when you release your CD, you're almost there. Today, when you release a song, it doesn't mean nothing. Because when you release a song, or when you release a video on YouTube, there's 400 videos every minute uploaded on YouTube. Shows like this one I'm doing, if you take YouTube, Twitch, and other platforms, I think there's 1 billion hours of live content that is produced on the platforms. I think it's every year or every, I don't remember, but you can right now, you probably have 1,000 person, if not 10,000 or 100,000 people who are doing live content right now. And you in the chat must ask yourself one question, or maybe you can answer one question. I'm going to give you the time to answer the question while I'm sipping on my iced tea. Why do you come here every week? Go ahead, answer in the chat. I'm waiting for your answers. Let me listen to the music while you are answering. The music stopped when I listen to it. So nobody has the answer. Why do they come here? I created my own label so I can reach the world out there. Here in America, I get a lot of hate because I can produce, sing, and rap in different styles. Yeah, getting a hate is normal. It means you're doing the right thing. You know, the reason why people come here every week and is because of the value. Because of the value that you receive when you spend time here. I come to connect with people and listen to your great ideas. That's the value. I come for good music and to learn, interact, and network. That's the value. And you could go anywhere, right? I came here because I found a place where I can interact about things that are interesting to me. That's the value. You see what I mean? Once you have a value that you can, once you have a content that you can create that creates a value to people and it is associated with your brand, then you have a business, you have a clientele. And my two brands my free brands that I've been working on for 79 episodes are Club Shada, Shada Wear, or here, and Kaysha. So I'm doing a synergy between my free brands, Shada Wear, so I can sell items on my website, Kaysha, because as a singer and as a producer and as an exec, I did everything I had to do in terms of music. It's not that I'm done. It's just that the revolution has been done. My part of the revolution has been done. But I have so many things to say that they don't go in music. I have a lot of things to say that they go in conversation. And I realize that this conversation might be valuable to some people, and some people will react to this value by watching a show, watching an ad, going to listen to my music after the show, or supporting with a super chat, or becoming a sponsor. And the link is below, and giving $5 every month just to support, or both, or all three of these. Buy some merch, give some super chat, etc. Because this value that they have from this content is great to them. They enjoy it. And it's the same thing for music, or for painting, or for poetry, or from a movie. In a world where everybody has 24 hours and they can watch or listen to everything they want, the only difference between this song and that song, this live show and that live show, this content and that content, this book and that book, is the value. The value it brings to them to create a community, come to this community, and not just have the person that they come to watch or listen to, but also the people that they will meet inside of the community and interact with. And this makes all the difference in the value you bring. So once you understand that your goal is to bring value to people with your content, you have to ask yourself the next question, because the creation of the art is the part that is emotional. The value is the bridge with the business. Because once you create something that has value, then you can learn how do you monetize it. And this is the part of the business of art that I want to talk to you about. After I read the rest of your comments. I'm here at Club Shada to learn his value, to learn how to make better business also. I'm here because I love you. And Shada Gang is my family. We can find love here, good vibes, and we learn from your knowledge game. Thank you so much. You have opened my eyes in different subjects. Thank you. I come here every weekend to learn about music and to learn about different subjects and make new friends and share different ideas. There you go. So you see, that's when it becomes interesting. Everybody comes here. Some people have come here for, 79 episodes. Some people have came here for 50 episodes. Everybody comes and go, and life makes some people appear and disappear. Some people, we don't see them. Some people, there's some people that I don't see anymore in the chat, and maybe, they have a new job and they cannot come to the lives anymore. Maybe they just are doing something else and they will come back and they will have a reason, etc., etc., etc. And what is important here is understanding that what I'm doing and what is interesting for you guys to learn here is that the creation of Club Shada, of course, I have a brand that is Kaysha, that is a big brand, but I'm not Kaysha the guy who talks. I'm Kaysha the guy who sings love songs or party songs. So becoming Kaysha the person who talks on the microphone, or the podcaster, or the guy who shares ideas and creates communities, it is something that is kind of, some people might see, oh, Kaysha is live, let me see what he's gonna sing. I don't know if you remember, but the first episode of Club Shada, a lot of people were asking, so when are you gonna sing, or what are you gonna sing? And me, I was like, I'm not gonna sing. It's not a show where I'm singing. And so what I've been building with you guys here is something that you've seen being built step by step. Back in the days, we used to have a maximum of 100 person watching. Last episode, we had 700 people watching. And we already have 300 people now. And that's what is great about doing something from scratch, is that it is also a proof of concept of me in the middle of the quarantine having an idea and using a YouTube channel that I have and starting something from zero, and then pushing my different brands and slowly finding the purpose of what I'm doing as I'm doing it, and being in love with the process instead of looking for a quick goal of, oh, I want to have 1 million people watching. I know that to have 1 million people watching this show and having every video do, I don't know, 10,000 streams or 50,000 streams and generating thousands of dollars from every video, it's gonna take me 5 years. I know it. And because I know it, I don't really care about the numbers that much. I care about the process and the building and the giving value. And the reason I had this feeling this morning, just not the morning, but when in the intro of that song, and it just came to me. I'm loving what I'm doing. I'm loving what I'm doing right now. I'm loving, and what I'm doing is the right thing. What I'm doing is what in 10 years might become my job. It might be bigger than music. And it's not bigger than music today. This is not even 1% of my revenue. My revenue comes from my catalog, from the music on Spotify playing, and etc. But what if this become 10 times what music is? How would it? How could it? Because of the value. Because it is out there. Millions of people that love the same thing as you guys, but they don't know that the Club Shada exists. And those people will find it one by one. And it's gonna take years. But that's the beauty of it, is that every person who comes here, they stay. Most of the people who came here, they probably found it because they were either following me on another platform and they saw a post, or they were just scooting YouTube with nothing to do, and they were like, oh, Kaysha is live, interesting. And then, oh, he's not singing, he's talking, what is he talking about? Oh, 1 hour later, I'm still watching. Oh, wow, value, super chat. And it's not the first brand that I build, so I have the passions, and some people don't have it. And this is why I think the most important part is the passions. Now we're gonna talk about how do you monetize, because it's great to love what you do, it's great to do great art, but if you cannot pay your rent and feed your children, it's kind of empty stomach is not easy. I'm here because I like your topics and music. Thank you. I'm here to network and learn more about other artists and producers. It's been a while for me. Beautiful. And you are in a special place because you've been an artist for a long time, and a lot of artists are kind of lost in the new world because they were used to, find a producer, Jiva Music, Section Zouk, Sushi Raw, Ghetto Zouk Music, whatever, sign there, they give you an album, boom, it comes out. And now everybody's kind of, because producing other brings less money than producing oneself in our level of our small markets. a lot of people don't know what else to do because they think all I know is to sing. And it's actually fairly easy, I guess. I mean, easy. The thing with me is like a lot of things are they easy for me because it all makes sense in my head. But I learned that that's why I like to talk, because I guess the things that make sense in my head is kind of, to some people it's like, oh, I never thought about that. I mean, I'm like, what? It's just like 1 and 1 plus 1. But a lot of artists are stuck in the idea that it is impossible to do it, and then they realize that it's not so hard to release art in the world of today. It's actually the easiest part, create and release. The hardest part is creating enough value to have people come and stick, especially in a world where people have the choice between 1 million artists. There's 40,000 songs that come out every day. So whatever song you do, like, there's people have the choice, and they can listen to 50 million songs on every platform. There's 50 million songs to choose from, so they have enough songs to listen their whole life if they want. And again, the question is, why me? And why not somebody else? And like I said, the answer is the value. So how you monetize the value? So it really depends. It really depends what you do, but as an artist, there's many ways to monetize your different your creations. You can monetize, for example, like I'm doing. On the chat, you can see when you are on my, let me go to my live stream. So when you are on my live, on the chat, on the left you have the emojis, and on the left you have a little $sign. When you click it, bruh, you can do a super chat, for example, and you can say, I want to give you $5. So, and you can put a message like, love the content, and send some hearts, and you put buy and send. It's funny, I'm sending money to myself. And then once it's done, that's it. You sent a super chat, and then the creator receives maybe, yep, then you create a super chat, and the creator receives a super chat. And that's how I just paid 5.49 euros, and in a bit it will appear somewhere here. Hey, thank you, Kaysha, for the super chat. I'm making my money circulate. So this is one way to have your listeners or your fans or the people who listen to your music and pay you directly for your content. So how would you do it, for example? So you can, if you have a show like me where you're talking and you tell people, hey, if you enjoy the value, you can send a super chat to support, etc. And a lot of you guys have been doing it from episode to episode, and I'm thanking you again. But if you don't talk and you are just, for example, you just have your microphone and you are singing songs and you have a guitar, well, you can use the super chat in your YouTube channel, if you have your own YouTube channel, of course, you can use it to have, for example, people, for example, ask for a specific song. Let's say you sing any songs by anybody. Like, let's say you say, hey, I'm gonna sing my songs, but if you want a particular song, it's $10. Then anybody who wants to listen to a particular song and wants to support you as well can send you a super chat. Let's say you are a DJ like Buddy, and you are playing a set. You are playing you are playing a house music set or Afro house set or a Kizomba set, and you put in down there, and you put, $15 for a request, and somebody sends a super chat, and for $15 they can ask the song that they want you to play, and you hear it and you're like, all right, and you play the songs that they want as a DJ. Or if you are a singer, you can sing one of your songs that they want against an amount of money. Or you can even just you can sing and you sing for an hour, you sing songs, you improvise stuff, and people, when they enjoy the content, they can send you money through the super chat. To have access to the super chat on YouTube, you need to have a channel that has more than let me not say something stupid. I think you need to have 4,000 hours of content of viewership. What is 4,000 hours of viewership? It means that, for example, this show has been on for 2 hours, and most of you have been here watching for 2 hours. So this makes me so not everybody has watched for 2 hours, but let's say from the 300 people that were there, if everybody watched the show for, let's say, 1 hour, I now have, after this show, I have a capital on YouTube of 300 hours. If everybody has been here for 2 hours, I have a capital of 600 hours. And so once you understand that, it means that thank you so much, Moraldo Beats. Thank you for supporting, and I hope that you enjoy the value of what the Club Shada is. And welcome. It's the first time I see you in the chat, so welcome to the family. Don't forget to subscribe. If you have, I think interesting. I think you need 1,000 subscribers as well, plus 4,000 hours of viewership. So let's say in every Club Shada I make a show of 2 hours, and most people watch it for at least an hour. So to have 300 hours, you need one episode. In around 15 episodes, you have 4,000 hours of watch time from all the people who have watched. Then YouTube give you access to the super chat functionality, which lets you see, and then you can have the people do what Moraldo and others and Matt Music have done in this show. If you don't have access to the super chat, you can put a direct link before you have the super chat. What is great about the super chat is the convenience in terms of what make people not pay you most of the time is either that they don't have money, of course, or the fact that is the friction between how many clicks they have to do to get to you. So if they have to leave the chat and send you the money and then accept, it's a problem. But the great thing about the super chat is it's inside of the platform already. But you can use some platforms like Streamlabs. Let me connect first, then I'll show you. So let's say you don't, let's say that where is it? Where's the donation thing? Widget, cloud button, custom tip page. There you go. So you can go to streamlabs.com. Let me put the link here. So when you don't have the super chat yet, you can go to this place called streamlabs.com. So for example, on my website, for me on my channel, oops, sorry. Where's my link for the Streamlabs donations? There you go. And you can create a page like this. So I'm gonna give you the link so you can check. For example, if you click this link, it brings you to a place where you can send $1, $2, $3, $5, $10 or $500 if you want, and you can donate, and it goes directly to my PayPal, and Streamlabs will do the rest. And what is interesting with this is that when you don't have, so when I didn't have the super chat, that's how I used to monetize the Club Shada in the beginning. And I was just like, yeah, you have to click on this link, and then it will, and then you can send a donation from there. And then so that was a way. I also use Streamlabs to create the alerts. So whenever somebody sends me a super chat, I have 5 different animations that, for example, I'm gonna show you. I can do a test, for example. Let me choose one that, why is it always the same? Okay, for example, I like this one. Oh no, this is where I use Streamlabs to create the alert. I just connect to my YouTube channel. It's free. So let's say, for example, that you want to send me X amount of money. So where's the test? Send a test. So this is an animation that I downloaded from Giphy, and if I do a test, you see, boom. When there's subscribers, for example, I can have this one. I think they are silent. You see? And all this is done through Streamlabs, and this is free. This is something that anybody can use on their website. And I like my little manga animations, but you can download anything from Giphy.com. How you write? I think it's like this. No, that's not the right website. It's not Giphy. Oh, it's like this then. So you can go to Giphy.com, and then you choose stickers, and then you can choose, like, let's say you wanna, I don't know, you want something that has to do with there's everything in there. Let's say you want to search for, I don't know, you want a rabbit, and you want it to have a manga style. You search, and then it's gonna give you all these different animations that you can use, or a sticker like this. That's the style of sticker that I use. And you just click here, and it's gonna give you a link where you can download it directly. And those are the ones that I like to use, the Molang one. And then you can use this to go with your website and you can change anytime, and then you upload them here, and you can upload the sound you want to go with when you receive a super chat or when there's a subscribers. You have a lot of different you have a lot of different animation that go with different things on your YouTube. You just create them. It's kind of easy, and they have tutorials so how to do it. That's also the place that I use to have my cloud bots. So I have a bot that, to have my timer that tells you, this show is brought to you by Shada, where you can donate, etc., etc. And you can also have some commands, like for example, in my list of commands, you have all these commands, like, a quote, for example. If I type quote, I have a lot of quotes that I wrote or imported myself, and every time you type quote, a quote will appear, and you can use that to generate those quotes. So this is it's not gonna do a whole thing about Streamlabs, but I might do one day. But in terms of monetization, so this is a way you can use Streamlabs, or you can do like what Buddy does on his live. He just put the direct link to his PayPal, or if you use Cash App in the US or Revolut in Europe, or PayPal or whatever other system, you can have people send you money directly in your PayPal. The only thing is that you cannot use those animations when you receive something. That's why I use either Streamlabs and connect it with my PayPal or others. But that's a way to monetize your art, especially in the world of today. Another thing that you can do to monetize is to upload. So if you're a musician, or if you're a DJ as well, you can upload all your music on your YouTube channel. And same thing, after 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours, YouTube lets you monetize, meaning that there's going to be advertising. If you own the content, of course, you can put ads on top of your videos. So before the videos, people can see an advertisement. People have the habit to pass it, but like I always tell you guys, if you don't offer super chat, something that you could do to help is when there's an ad, you let it play. You let it play till the end. You can even click on the ad, and this will make some sense. It will make more or less the same thing as a super chat. The money will go to the creator. So you can have that. You can monetize your YouTube channel, put all your art on your YouTube channel, so that the more people come and watch your songs on YouTube directly, the more money you make from these songs. You can also put your music or your so if you have, let's say you make movies, or let's say you have a cooking channel, you can use the YouTube monetization to make money from the content and the value that you give to people. If you are an artist that sings, then you have to be you put your music in all the platforms. So if you take Spotify, for example, this is what we're listening to. We're listening to my EP Bougie Love under one of my names, Diamantero. So for example, this is one of my artist names, Diamantero, and what you are listening right now is a song called Harlem Popo. And all these songs, that's my catalog. All these songs and all these EPs, all these singles, I upload them directly to the platforms using digital distributions. So I think I will do a live show especially for music, so it's more specific. It's not specific today. I'm just trying to talk about creation and how you can monetize your creation. So it's not just about music, but I will do one about, because some artists have been asking, and some beat makers as well. I will do one specifically about music, and I will show you all the different distributors, how you put your music on Spotify, and even how you master your music by yourself, etc., etc. So that will be an interesting thing. But putting your music by yourself on the platforms and bypassing a label is a great way as well to generate your own income. on Spotify, 1 million streams equals more or less $3,000. So the question here is, you have to ask yourself, and you have to again look at your own market share and look at how many people are enjoying the value. You see what I mean? Thanks a lot, brother. You have to ask yourself, okay, if I make one song, how much money do I generate per month? Because there's another thing that is different in the world of today compared to the world of yesterday. In the world of yesterday, you would do your CDs, and once you sold all your CDs, you're done. But in the world of streaming, every time people listen to your song, you get less money, but you get money all the time. So you can actually become rentier. You can start having money that comes every day just from people listening to your music. But it just depends how many people are listening to music. And this is where I come back to what I was saying in the beginning. The value that you are giving to people. What is this in the back? Wait a minute. Didn't see. Oh, Vanessa. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I don't know why it was in the back. Interesting. I have to check my thing here. But thank you so much. My overlay is on top of my alerts. Let me change something. There you go. Should be a little bit here. Perfect. Thank you so much, Vanessa, for So, like a great thing that you can do on Streamlabs is if you missed. I think if you missed a super chat, I think you can replay it like this. Hey, thank you so much, Vanessa, Justine. So, an amazing thing that, where was I? I was talking about putting your content online. What makes the difference between your songs when you do a song and it's there in the middle of the 50 million songs and the 40 million songs that are out every day is the value that you bring and the brand. Once you have a brand, Club Shada is a brand, Kaysha is a brand, Sushi Roy is a brand, Shada Wear is a brand, and those brands, they become beloved by the people who are part of the community. The Shada Gang is a brand. It's a brand. So if I make a t-shirt that says Shada Gang, the people who love and really feel like I'm part of the Shada Gang, I'm part of the Club Shada, they might buy a t-shirt that says Shada Gang. And just because they want to show their appreciation, and also they want to show the world that they're part of their own little family, and they're like, yeah, Shada Gang. So that's why I'm gonna have Shada Gang t-shirt as well. As I think I have a cap already. Yeah, a cap somewhere. That's what I'm gonna give away in a bit. Where's my Shada Gang cap? My daughter is just playing with all my stuff and hiding them. But so once you have what makes the difference with these platforms is anybody can put their song there. So what will make the difference is your brand, the power of your brand. The Kaysha brand is powerful. Look, on Spotify, if I go to Kaysha, I got 261,000 people who are listening to me every month all around the world. And this number change. Sometimes it's 400,000, sometimes it's 200,000, sometimes it's 300,000. It fluctuates depending on who listens. And what is interesting here is how you get to these numbers and how you make the people always come back to you. as a singer or as a producer. And my strategy has been to release a new single every week. That has been my strategy. So last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago, etc., etc., etc. And I have another one coming out tomorrow. So, and what I do is to make those releases known by my public. I do a synergy with my other show, which is the Club Shada. And on Club Shada, I do listening parties. With the listening parties, you discover new songs. You go check the songs in Spotify where I make money. So the Club Shada is free content for you. And from these free content, some of you guys will go buy a t-shirt, a cap, a hat, or will go on Spotify, or will go somewhere where they will pay for something. And if you have 1% or 10% of the people who enjoy your brand exchange money from the value, that's when you know more or less how much your brand is worth. So let's say I have an episode of Club Shada like tonight. Of course, there's going to be a lot of people who are going to replay the episode tomorrow, and then I'm going to do all the little highlights, the 10 minutes version of the video. Some people will watch that today, tomorrow, in 1 year, in 10 years. All this will keep generating its own income. That's why I trust the process, because the more episodes I do, the more, even if one episode brings a cent, 10 episodes will bring 10 cents, 100 episodes will bring $1. And then you go from there. And so you will know, for example, when you are doing a show, you will know, for example, that this show, for now there's 22 people watching, there's been 315 people, but in terms of revenue, we made $16. And this will add to all the, and sometimes somebody will give 20, the other time I think it was 70. And that's what's interesting here, is that you kind of know, okay, more or less every time I do an episode, I'm gonna do $50 if I do a medium of the ups and lows, right? So let's say you make $50 per episode. It means that if I have 2 episodes per week, I make 100 per week. So it means in a month of 4 weeks, I make $400 from the Club Shada now. Plus the rest of my YouTube channel, plus the views, plus the thing. That's how you arrive to 1,000, 1,002, 2,000. Actually, I'm getting paid by YouTube tomorrow, so I will know. But usually I make around 2,000, I think, every month, and I'm just it's a number that is growing. The more episodes I do, and my goal is to make 10,000 a month just from my YouTube channel. But just now, it's paying the rent, it's paying food, it's paying things, and plus I have all the other revenues like Spotify, etc., etc. But a lot of people are wasting too much time. You remember, Lily, what I was telling you? I was telling you, no, that's not true. What I have on my head is Club Shada. I have another one that says Shada Gang. Wait. This is the diamond. This is Club Shada. This is for Julie. This is the BLM one. This is King. This is music. This is the Congolese one. And there it is. That's the one you're gonna win tonight. God, wait a minute. When you're intelligent, you have a big head. Hey. Yeah. So, where was I? This is a way to generate income with your thing, but you have to You remember, Lily, I was telling you to just record and just enjoy and not put pressure on yourself. It's the same thing. Today, a lot of artists put too much pressure on themselves because they want to do a great job. What you have to do is put the pressure on yourself of creating a great brand. Kaysha is an amazing brand because I've been working on this brand for 30 years by doing good music, by doing great productions as a producer, by helping the careers of great artists with my sushi raw brand, by creating great gear like this, and today since March, by creating great content as a speaker. And this can open to me a lot of things. This can open to me what I'm doing now, but I can be tomorrow invited in conferences because people will be like, yo, this guy can talk for 3 hours nonstop by himself. So I can be invited in panels, I can be invited in TV, this can open so many possibilities for me. It's not life after music, but listen, tomorrow is gonna be the 21st. Friday is my birthday. Friday I'm 47. At 47, you don't want to travel around the world performing in clubs in front of girls who are 18. You want to do the next thing. You want to continue moving on to your things. And it's not a question of leaving the public eye or not making music anymore. It's just, I want to do other things. What I'm doing here excites me way more than making music, because you've seen me making music live. I don't even try. When I make all the songs that you hear take me 45 minutes to do. I don't even write anymore. Just improvise stuff. And I'm here in the chat. Somebody says something, I can turn this into a song. So it's not a question of not being excited by music anymore. Music, I will always love making music, and I will always make music. But guys like me need goals, they need challenges, they need new things that are giving them, the excitation. They love to start something from zero and turn it into a flourishing business. And this is what I'm doing right now in front of your eyes. In 5 years, if by chance Club Shada becomes something huge, and that every episode has, I don't know, $1,000 in donation plus 5,000 people watching, or if not more, you will be like, wow, I remember when these started, and I've seen it grow people by person. I've seen the new people in the chat arrive one by one. And this is what is interesting about when you understand, you respect, and you are not scared of the business of your own art. A lot of people are scared of the business of their own art, and they deflect it to other people. When you are your own boss today. All of us, we are our own boss. So now, other ways that you can generate income from your art, of course, is performing. What's interesting about performing is a lot of people don't realize what performing is. Bisous, Vanessa, merci beaucoup. A lot of people don't realize that performing is not just going in clubs or performing live in festivals. Performing could be a whole video by itself. There's so many different ways that you can perform. You can perform live on YouTube, you can perform in a club, you could, because these days, you can perform in the festivals, you can perform in events, you can perform in cultural events, you can perform in private events, you can perform in weddings, you can perform in and I want to do a video about performing, because a lot of people think performing is waiting for somebody to call you. Again, it's something that I cracked and I changed the way I perform. So I will do a whole video about it. Another way you can make money from your art, especially when you are using YouTube to promote or doing a live show like I'm doing, like Buddy is doing, and like Dahlia is doing, and it's something that I'm setting up slowly, is sponsorship. Look, this show is brought to you by shadaware.com. Shadaware.com is my brand, and the value I provide to my own brand, shadaware.com, where I sell those beautiful hats and t-shirts, is the value of I'm bringing to Shadaware an amount of people that is per show around 500 to 700 people who watch the show live, plus another 500 to 700 who will watch the replay during the week, plus the rest of the people who will watch it when they watch it, because it's going to be on YouTube forever. So anybody can discover Club Shada tomorrow or today, right now. Somebody just come to Club Shada for the first time and they're like, yo, this show is amazing. I want to watch the first episode until this episode, and they start watching. And if you can tell anybody, hey, don't you want your logo here? Don't you want your logo here? Okay, it's gonna be, depending on how much you think your value is worth, and the fact that you're gonna be talking with the logo of somebody else. I'm using Shadaware, it's my own brand, so it's still advertising, but it's me advertising myself, so I'm not paying myself. But this year I'm gonna start going to different brands and tell them, hey, don't you want to support the movement? Do you want at the same time to have your brand seen by my viewers? It's a quality content, and then you can say, hey, I don't know, $50 for one episode, $300 for one episode, $1,000 for an episode. It depends how much is your viewership and how much you and those people value the viewership. So you can start small and grow as your show grows. Let's say if you have something small, 100 people watching, you get $50. And you can find some local brands. A lot of people, when they think sponsorship, they think, oh yeah, my channel is too small. Listen, your channel is too small for Coca-Cola, but your channel is not too small for a super small brand as well. That, they don't have 3,000 euros to pay an ad in a magazine, but they have $50 or 50 euros or 100 euros that they could give you to have a logo on your video. And this is a great way for a singer, for example, to say, okay, hey, I'm Lily Spencer, I'm gonna do a live show on my channel, and I'm gonna sing 10 songs. It's just gonna be me and a guitar. It's gonna be live on YouTube. I don't know how many people will show up, but more or less I'm gonna have 300 people, 500 people, 1,000 people. If you have 3 very small brands that say, hey, I can give you 300 to have my logo in there, and if you take 300 from each brand, that's 900. and it's kind of the same as performing in a nightclub. For a lot of us, when you get 1,000 or between a 500 to 1,000 for a small gig in a club, if you do this every week, you have 4,000 in the end of the in the end of the month. If you're a DJ, you can do exactly the same. You get a brands, and don't think of sponsors as, oh, it must be a big brand. No, it can be small brands. You have a lot of brands that are small, that are trying to exist in a world where there's so many brands and so many things. And those people can, hey, I would love to have these drink that is called whatever. I would love to have my logo here, and I would love to have you, I send you a bottle and you drink it during the show. And in the beginning of the show, you say, oh, this show is brought to you by boom, Pure Leaf, whatever. And then you can talk, or you can sing, or you can do whatever it is that you do. Even if you are a painter, you can do a painting live, and you here, same setup, you live and you are painting. And you can find a sponsor that is, I don't know, pincel, or how you say it in French, pinceau in English, brushes company, or the paper that you are using, or the paint itself. You can have a small brand that you will say, hey, I'm gonna test the ink from these people, and this is synergies that you can propose to brands that are as small as your brand. And as your brand grows, you can change your prices, and when the small brands cannot anymore, you can go to a little bigger brands, and so on and so on. And then maybe one day you become so huge that you can have Coca-Cola, Samsung, and all these people. But there's a lot of brands who their strategy, they are not small, but their strategy is sponsoring 10,000 small channels or 1,000 small channels every month. Maybe they have a budget of 50,000 in a month, but they're gonna give only 50 to a bunch of channels. And you can go there and you can tell people, hey, listen, for 1,000, I will put your logo in 1 month worth of episodes. So that's Club Shada, that's 8 episodes. And for 1 month, for 1,000, you can be the sponsor for the whole month. And I will have this banner there, and you will have your logo there, and etc. And me, for example, if I do a show one day, and it's something I want to do, because why not, if I call a friend to come with a guitar, we plug everything here, and I want to do a live show with a guitar or something outside, whatever, and play it live on my YouTube. We'll find a sponsor, and then we'll say, hey, listen, don't you want to have your drink or your cigar or your brand or whatever? I can even dress with your thing, and I will put the logo of your brand. There's so many things you can do, but sponsorship is a great way to monetize your art. So these are there's a lot of other ways to monetize your brand, but I will look for the things, and maybe I will do a video just about monetization. But it was just for me a way to show people the different ways that you can treat your art as your own business. And the goal is not for people to think that art is only a business, but you have to understand that in the world of today, art is also a business. The moment that you are trying to sell your art to people, and you want people to listen to it, but you want to live from your art, then it becomes your business as well. So you have to be able to treat the creation as pure creation, but then you need to also be a businessman or a businesswoman when it's time to sell it. So that was me trying to, give you some ideas. I hope that you enjoyed it. If you enjoyed, I know that when I talk forever, the chat becomes silent. So put me some hearts and some fire in the chat if you this little class, if I can call it as this. So Joel can wait for a live for the musicians. Nadia is saying that would be great as well. I can't wait. The shada, that's what we said. What up, DJ Pausas? I'm still waiting for my beat, bro. Me and DJ Pausa, it's been 10 years that we talk about making songs together, and then he sends me a beat and then it disappears forever. He keeps saying this. Queres o teu chapéu? Então, vamos ver se vais ganhar o chapéu. Go buy and stream K's music. Thank you, my little cutie assistant. No, Kaysha, you're not 47. I'm 46 for 24 more hours. You look so fresh. What is your secret? I don't know. I have to ask my mama. She's the one. I'm just, I'm just me, I guess everybody enjoy. Ooh, new person. Don't forget to subscribe. Thank you so much, everybody. And actually, put some hearts in the chat. You know why? Because to be part of the person who's gonna win a Shada Gang hat, I'm gonna offer 2 Shada Gang hats today. You need to put something in the chat in the last. Let me prepare chat bots. So today I'm giving away one. Let me go see. Let me find it first. I'm giving away. Where's the search in this website? There it is. I'm giving away Hey, I'm not finding it. Wait a minute. Let me go to all my hats. So today I'm giving away where is it? Oh my God. Don't tell me that. Or maybe I created one for me and I didn't create. For real? Well, if I have it on my head, it means that it's somewhere in the website. So anyway, I'm giving away two. I'm giving away 2 Shada Gang hats. I just have to find why they are not on the website. But once I find them, once I find them, I will. Let me log in. Alrighty, so giveaways. There we go. Okay, so to be eligible, that's how you say it, right? Eligibility, you need to have, what is the thing? I think you have to be active in the past 5 minutes to be able to win. And it's interesting is that this thing is, okay, starting now, you have to put a comment so you can enter the giveaway. So everybody put a comment now. I'm gonna leave 5 minutes for everybody to enter. Tell me something. Put some heart. Put some fire in the chat just to say that you enjoyed the content. And then after that, I will start adding you to this. Thanks, PP. Thanks, Joel. Thank you, Elise. Thanks, Tatiana. I hope you enjoyed. I want to leave off my heart. Me too. Sushi. Thanks, CV Beats. If you don't see your name, it means that you need to put anything in the chat to be part of the giveaway. I'm offering 2 Shada Gang hats. I think I don't remember what are the colors, but I have to check out why I don't find it in the website, but I know it's there somewhere. It's a lot of fire. Representing Panama. Oh, nice. This sounds like a collaboration coming. Yay. Down. All right. My son closed my. Who keeps the card for so long? You gonna have to do it again. Yeah. So I would like to see you mix and master a beat. Go on the YouTube channel. There's a lot of videos already, studio channels. Okay, so I think everybody's ready. I have Ayrton, CV Beats, Ellis Boys, Emmanuel, Joel, Julie, Lily, Matt, PP, Ralphie, and Tatiana. I think, wait, how many people are watching? I don't see. Okay, so 22 people, and I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. So there's 10 people. There's 10 people missing. All right, okay. So I got 12 people who are ready for the first giveaway. So let's go. Those, I'm gonna give another 30 seconds for anybody else who's watching and who didn't put anything in the chat. You can put anything in the chat to be part of the giveaway. Well, okay, let's go. Let's roll it and see who won the first Shada Gang hat. And as always, if you win, you just give me your email so I can ask you which color you want. Let's go. So, are we in? 1, 2, roll it. Again? Yo! Again? I don't know what to tell you. Nightbot chose Julie again. This is the second time you win. Wow. All right. So, congratulations, Julie, for winning a Shada Gang hat. Everybody's ready. Oh, one person just okay. Now we only have 11 people. So Julie, I think I already have your address since I already sent you the first one. So just tell me the color you want. And yeah, you know. Okay, let's go for the second. Let's see for the second person to win a Shada Gang hat. Okay, are you ready? 1, 2, if anybody, if you want to be in, you just need to put anything in the chat. Okay, let's go. Second winner of a Shada Gang hat. 1, 2, 3. CV Beats Production is the winner of the second giveaway. Congratulations, CV Beats Production, for winning the second one. So CV Beats, you have my email. Julie, you can send me on Twitter what color you want. I think, wait a minute, what color did I do them? I don't even know where this. Wait a minute. Praise and new to old. Let me see. Web shop. I don't understand. Where is this? Where is this at? Let me go. Let me go to my. CV Beats, send me an email with the color you want for the hat, and I will do the rest. So let me see why I cannot do. Let me see why. Where is this? Where is this hat? I mean, yeah, I know how to do it. So I don't know why it's not in the store, but if it's here, it means it exists. So I'm gonna add it to the store. And so CV Beats, I need your full name, your address, and the color that you want your hat. So colors usually are night blue, red, like this, like that. Well, I got all those colors. Or the blue is this one. That's the royal blue, or red, or all black, whatever. Just tell me the color you want. So you send me an email, real name, full name, address, city, country, etc., etc. Same thing for Julie. You just need to tell me what is the color you want, and I'll send it to you in the usual places. So, well, listen, I think it was a great episode. Club Shada is brought to you by shadaware.com. Business. Congrats to Julie and CV Beats for winning a Shada Gang hat. Of course, every 2-3 weeks I will have some giveaways like this to thank you for your time watching. Thank you so much for your time. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Club Shada. I will leave you in music with a song that is called let me find something that I never played. I'm gonna play some Diamantero. I got this song called Predators from Diamantero, which is one of my names. And yeah, it's a song that it's instrumental. It's in the Afro House vibe. And I hope you enjoy it. Thank you so much for sticking with us all night. Thank you for the 400 people who were here tonight. It was amazing. And if you are watching the replay of this, thank you so much for coming up to here in the end. Make sure you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like. Make sure you leave a comment in this video and some of the videos on the channel. Make sure you click the notification bell so that every time there's a new video, you get a notification. And if you have a Twitter or Facebook, make sure you share this video if it was enjoyable to you, so we can have new people that discover the amazement that is Club Shada. If you know somebody who is not worth being here, don't share them. Don't share to them. I will see you in the next episode on listen. So tomorrow is my birthday, not the 22nd of January, King Aquarius. Maybe I will go live. Maybe I'll do a live just to celebrate my birthday. Who knows? I'll see. So maybe not tomorrow because it's going to be too, well, who knows? Yeah, maybe tomorrow, actually. Maybe tomorrow at midnight I will, same times, midnight and a half. Maybe I will just come pass by for a bit and just celebrate my birthday with you guys. If I don't, we will celebrate Sunday. But I might come tomorrow because I'm quarantined, so hey, I'm gonna spend my birthday with my wife and my daughter. But If I can also have all you guys, the party will be a good party. All right, this is Predators by Diamantero. Peace.